I'm redoing everything in her.
It's Brenda.
I said, when you come home, your room's gonna be perfect, honey. I need to know your clothes sizes.
Size 16 pants.
No. Miss Ellen, you need to send me a message on what size clothes you wear, shirts. I'm not going by what Zach says. I can't go by what you say.
The pants, I know what they are.
I know, but listen, sometimes she may have lost weight or gained weight, so, and that's, don't be a smart ass and say double shoot you, because I swear I'll throw a punch.
United States of America, would you be getting a domestic protective order against a landlord who is co-owner of a property? How are you going to tell a landlord that he can never come near his property? That she is not a renter right now. She is a worker. Mm-hmm. Ellen has papers on that. Okay. She's a worker. And you're allowing workers and property caretakers kick owners off of their property because they are not satisfied. She's in there tweaking out on drugs right now. Mm-hmm. And people that do drugs are allowed to kick landlords off their property and allowed to kick their employees off their property.
Once the other officer gets here with the
I want to see this.
Okay, we're going to explain it
West and you know what, America? Keep in mind.
You didn't go on the property. We just drove by it.
We know, Mike, but she's just...
Like I said, we'll explain it in further detail so you can see every page as we're explaining it. Okay?
Yeah, and I want to see that where she can become owner. She is now owner of this property. That's what somebody said, Crouch.
It's a domestic violence protective order, okay? You guys live together. That's a domestic relationship. Hear me out, okay? Just don't cut me off. That's a domestic relationship. She filed for a DVP. In that DVP, it states that there is to be no contact. The judge also granted the petitioner full custody of the house until the hearing, okay?
And when is this hearing?
It's on the paperwork. I don't know yet. I haven't looked at it.
So now people can become all, hey, landlords, West Virginia, you have no ownerships of your property here in this communist state that says that...
It's not that you're losing ownership. It's just you can't go there.
And she's a worker.
Okay,
she is working there.
She still lives
so
there.
Now employees can fire their bosses. Is that the way it works?
That's not. She lives there, Zach.
Ellen has the primary owner of it. Mm-hmm. She is an employee for Ellen. Okay. So employees can now, United States, in a workplace environment, employees can fire the owners of the company and kick them out of their properties. Is that what you're saying to me, you two? I would like to see the paper of the law in the state of West Virginia where the...
Bring in the paperwork here.
Yeah, this is going to be entertaining.
So that you understand every last
I want to see the law of West Virginia that says that workers can kick owners off the property.
It's not workers and owners, man. You guys live together. That's a domestic relationship.
She is technically working there. She is working. She fixed up one room. Yes, she's living in the room she fixed up. She is working on the property.
Okay.
She's working there and staying there. So, you know, property owners, according to this communist government that the state of West Virginia is running with corruption here, you do not own your properties. Police now in the state of West Virginia think they own your properties and can throw you off of it. Well, where's this absurd... I can't wait to hear this absurd law that says employees can kick employers off of the property and landlords have no ownerships of their properties. I would like to see that. I can't wait to see this one. And which judge do you know did it? Do you know which one?
I don't know yet. I have to look at it. It's a magistrate.
All you gotta do is keep in mind the dirty bastards up here just got calls from the Supreme Court and the Attorney General's office. Oh shit, we gotta go to Washington, D.C. and face Zachary Knotts, who we stole $1 million in his name and have no records. And that's what they're going to be facing, you know. Now they're trying to cover it up even more. They want to put me in jail is what this whole shit is about. To try to save themselves the 16 to 30 million that I'm owed. Chief Justices of the United States of America and Washington, D.C., U.S. Supreme Courts. Keep in mind, 30 minutes after I got home from mailing you this stuff, this happens, and then look at here what an employee does.
Are you going to listen to
Yes, yeah, let's hear the law numbers and codes that say that she has ownership of this property.
Be quiet, Zach.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. So this is a domestic violence protective order, okay? You're the respondent, Zachary Knotts. 1100 Alexander Place, okay? Like I said, I'm going to go page by page if that's what you want.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Paramount 234.
Which judge signed? Was that the
Go
first
ahead.
page you were looking at?
This is revised file located Mr. Knotts is 1027. He's suspended for unpaid citation. He's clear.
10-4. Okay, so it says on the 16th day, the petitioner...
The devil's number, everybody. The devil's number.
Well, listen to me for a second. Can I speak
Okay, yeah,
without you
I had to do that
interrupting me?
one.
Okay. The 16th day of September 2020, Brenda Jean Wilt is the petitioner, okay? She filed this domestic violence protective order. It says that you guys are living together and also sexual partners, making it a domestic relationship. You also told me that you guys live together.
She lives in one room, and I got
The
my
petitioner
room.
gave credible testimony of the respondent's unwanted sexual advances, detaining petitioner from leaving, prohibiting petitioner's
funny
family
shit.
and friends from visiting her, okay? This was under the hand of Susan L. Riffle, okay?
Riffle.
That's
Who's
going to be
that?
your court date.
Who's Riffle?
It's going to be
Who's Susan Riffle?
Well, listen to me for a second. You're going to have a court date, 9/22 of this month, the 22nd, at 10:15 a.m., okay? It's going to be in family court for Susan Riffle. She's the family court judge. All right, that's at 219 Adams Street. You know where that's at?
How can you go to circuit
Do you know
court?
where that's at?
I'm
family
confused on
court.
one thing. That's family. Are we married?
It's DVPs go through family court.
You go to magistrate and fill them out there.
You go to magistrate court and fill them out there, and then you have your court hearing in family court.
Yeah.
Okay. So 219, everything's. This is your copy. Once I get done explaining it to you, it's going to be provided to you. It says right here, respondent shall surrender any and all firearms and ammunition possessed by the owner, owned or possessed by the owner of the respondent, to a law enforcement officer. Do you have any firearms or ammunition?
Have any ammunition? You said no to firearms.
I don't know.
Do you or not?
I don't
if you
remember.
Do, if you do, then it's a violation.
I don't have any, and you just said I'm not allowed to go there.
Okay. All right. Respondent shall refrain from contacting, telephoning, communicating with, harassing, or verbally abusing the petitioner, which is Brenda Wilt. Do not contact her. Do not call her. Don't do any of that. Okay. If you do, it'll be a violation of the protective order.
I'm going to shut the power off in the house tomorrow
Okay. Well,
and shut the water, and she's got to be
That's-
out within 48 hours.
whatever. Respondent shall refrain from entering any school, business, place of employment of the petitioner, or other person named herein for the purpose of violating this order. Okay. I don't think she works anywhere, but don't go anywhere she's at. If you know, if you know that she's somewhere, don't go there. Okay.
And
Pretty
how
simple,
do
right?
I have telepathic powers, and I can predict
Well, if you walk
which
into
store
a store,
she's
if
in?
you walk into a store and you see her, turn around, walk out. It's not that hard. Wait until she's done, and then go and get your stuff.
She'll be off that property in 48
Petitioner
hours.
is awarded temporary possession of the residence or household jointly resided in by the parties at the time of abuse occurred. So that is 1100 Alexander Place.
Abuse?
That-
What abuse?
You abuse her
Unwanted
all the
sexual
time.
advances.
That is 1100
I'm a
Alexander
fucking
Place. You cannot go to 1100 Alexander Place, okay? If you do, that will be a violation of this protective order and you will be placed under arrest. Understood?
Okay, 48 hours you'll be arresting her, do you understand, for
Okay.
trespassing and
Alright,
entering
okay.
a condemned house.
I'm not finished.
It's not a
Petitioner
condemned
gives
house.
consent
It will be.
for any law enforcement officer to enter his or her separate residence or household jointly owned by the parties and awarded herein to petitioner with or without a warrant to enforce the emergency protective order. Okay? That gives us every right to go inside that residence. Understood?
Okay.
I'm still allowed in there, am I not?
Your name's
You
not
are.
on this, so you're
Yeah,
good.
you're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Zach, on the other hand, is not allowed.
What about my vehicle that is on that property?
It is on the property. You're not allowed on the property.
So now police in West Virginia is allowed to take your vehicles, take your land from you? Is that what you're saying? So now I have no vehicles, and I'm not allowed to take them away.
Say, or RV.
It says, respondent shall have no presence in, on, or near 1100 Alexander Place, Fairmont, West Virginia, or the Soup Opera, Fairmont, West Virginia,
Or
or the RV located on 1100 Alexander Place.
so the judge is ordering you to stay away from the RV too.
So you cannot go anywhere.
Family
As
court.
far as the allegations go, I'm not going to read that aloud. I'm just worried about the court documents and explaining that to you. You can read the rest of this on your own, okay?
This new family court judge here Washington, D.C. I wonder if she is getting a divorce with her husband and some other hot girls having sex with her husband, just like the last one that I got fired from being a teacher scenario was going on. Where did this sexual thing happen at, she's alleging?
It's all in here. You can read it once I give it to you. Like I said, I have my body cam on. I'm sure he does, and you're rolling, so I'm not going to read the allegations out loud.
Alright. It's a big fucking joke. They're not criminal charges.
What?
What?
This DVP?
Yeah.
This DVP is essentially a restraining order. So long as you don't violate it, it's not criminal charges.
Yeah.
If you violate them, you will be under arrest for violating the DVP, which is a criminal charge.
And I'm going to get the papers or the envelopes and show you. What about me doing a criminal complaint against everybody, all these judges who are violating federal and state laws? Would you be willing to take that one right there?
Federal and state laws?
Yeah.
We can't take federal cases.
But you can arrest people trafficking drugs for federal charges, can you not?
Nope. We arrest them on state charges, and then it gets picked up by federal agents. You don't
Okay.
talk to a federal agent.
Why can you not pick them up on state charges, the state charges they're doing, and then go to the federal level? Why can you not do that? Can you please
That's
explain?
what he just said.
Well, he's for other people that are dealing drugs, but he is saying that judges have they're above the laws in the state of West Virginia and can violate any federal and state laws they wish.
All right, Zach. Here's
How can
your
you?
copy.
Would you be willing to meet me and take the complaint
Hey,
on that
listen
one
to me
there?
real quick. I'm not worried about all that other stuff. I'm worried about
Oh
this.
no, that's right. They're not worried about none of that.
If you want to file that separately and talk to somebody else, then
I'm gonna have her throw it out in 2 days.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
shutting the water off.
Okay.
End of story.
Read over that. Okay. Get a brief understanding of it. Make sure that you show up to the court date.
And when she is no longer residing there because she's not allowed to go
Finish.
there.
Can I finish?
What?
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do not come back to this residence. Do not be on the property. Do not go to the super opera. Do not call her, text her. See her walking on the street, don't sit there and talk to her, or else that is all a violation, okay? If you violate this protective order, you will be placed under arrest for violating a DVP, okay?
How much are you gonna pay her to allege that I did something
All right, thank you,
to
Zach.
try to
Have a good
arrest
day.
me before the West Virginia has to respond to the Washington, D.C. courthouse? It's a big fucking joke, America. Big fucking joke. Alright, Mike, let's go down there and get the saw from Jason, and Jason will go get the saw and we'll take it back to Dad. Y'all, I'm at my favorite old renter's house at one of the properties I sold out right now. And the old crazy man that drives me around said she's seen her walking up this street right here. I'm trying to film her out the window. I don't own this property here anymore. I used to. I'm trying to find her. When we passed her, I didn't say anything. We passed her speaking to the police. She was on the right-hand side of the road. And when I was coming back from the college towards Mountaineer Mart, gotta get her on camera out there. Oh. I'll go outside. You can't see out those windows. You got plastic on them. I'll be right back, Jason. This is a complete setup from the state of West Virginia. I gotta get her on camera. Right there. Right there, you can see. Right down there. She is hugging Mike. Right down there. This was a setup. We got stopped on that road up there where the shooting was the other day. And we drove down here. Linda, she still lives here. She was my favorite renter I ever had. Anyways. Yeah, she's walking down there. Hey, Jason. She's walking down there giving Mike hugs. Jason? Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason. What? She's down there giving Mike hugs and stuff on the street.
Giving who?
Michael, hugs.
I mean, like, he's so dumb, he's going to agree with her, man.
Oh, I know. I know. He ain't all the way right.
Man, Zach, that's a serious charge. If she hits you with that,
they're
looking for you. They're looking for a reason to nail you to the wall anyway.
And guess what? The state of West Virginia today received the papers and says, listen up, bitches. You got to come to the United States of America Supreme Court and face nutty nuts. 30 minutes after I got home from mailing, the case, the big package to the U.S. Supreme Court. No shit. They got phone calls today.
You're going to go to jail, man.
They got phone calls today from the West Virginia.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. I've been through it 15 times.
They're going to take it and run with it, man. And they're going to nail your ass to the wall because she's accusing you of that shit, which isn't right because you never did that shit. They're going to take it. Are you videotaping?
Yeah.
They're going to take you, they're going to take it and run with it just because she accused you of that shit. The cops want you to nail your ass to the wall anyways, and this is what they're going to use to get you, man.
And she says I kicked in the door to her bedroom and she took pictures. That's all bullshit. You know it is. You've been there helping me.
There's no pictures, man.
She took a picture of some broken door, she's saying, that's her bedroom. She just put a lock on it yesterday, and that scumbag
I mean, these cops are going to nail you to the wall. They're looking for any excuse to get you, and they're going to take this and run with it just because she said that shit.
I know, and today, I guarantee what happened, the Attorney General of the state of West Virginia's office called up that family court judge and said, we got to do something. They had her down there at the apartment, the Falcon Crest apartments, the ones on the left, the long, skinny ones.
Yeah.
On the opposite side of the road, where all the drug dealers are in that area right in there.
Yeah.
In that section of town,
That's what I saw her.
Yeah, she was sitting there with the police. She was sitting there with the police, and then they pull me over, and then they say, oh, don't come near her or anything. And then they followed me. Or wait, we left, and then we seen her walking up Green Street there, right towards the house. It was a setup. I mean, how is it 30 minutes after you mail something?
How are you in charge of that house? You're the landlord of that house, if she gets a restraining order.
She has temporary ownership of it now. Ain't that some bullshit?
Who gave her that?
Yeah, what this communist government? The magistrate.
The girl, I mean,
the magistrate.
Your friend, the lawyer?
Well, the judge. No. Like me and
Why
Ellen.
Would the magistrate? I mean, why can't you get the girl, the woman that owns the house, and say that you're there, and not her?
I've got emails that says I'm the co-owner, like the court document stuff.
I mean, where does she even get off saying she lives there and she owns it, or she's the landlord?
I know.
Because your friend owns the house, doesn't she?
Yeah, Ellen's the primary owner of it, and I've got emails and stuff that says court documents.
All right, then how's she even able to do that? I mean,
because this fucking town makes up any law they want and thinks they can get away with it. You're right. Anyways, I'm going to shut this off now so y'all see what the life is. I'm glad I got this headache out of my way, y'all. This was one of my apartments here, my real nice one. Already did. Hey, Brenda, she's just snuck down here to my house and tried to start shit with me. She just ran around there and hid. She just took off running, or she hid around the side of that. Yeah, she was trying to. Yeah, yep, she was trying to come down here.
She tried to come down the house. She got a big crowd there. You got 2 witnesses.
Didn't you just, kid? Did you just see a lady standing right there?
You said maybe you turn around, walk the other way. That was the one that had him arrested.
That's that one that made me so I can't even go to that house anymore. And we seen her. She's probably standing right behind that building right there, and I'm not allowed to.
Come on, let's get the door.
All right.
Hey, lock the door.
All right.